Teachings that have been given us so far is only a few of us that come back to say that they actually saw the result of the teaching, they practiced it, and they got the result. Some people chatted me up on my WhatsApp to give me the testimonies. Some of us came up here live to write down their testimonies. I don't know, maybe these are the only people that decided to practice it. Maybe the rest just prefer to listen and not practice. But I know that whatever teaching I give, if you practice it with your heart, with your faith, you will surely get the result. So tonight, for those that I mentioned, please just listen to me attentively. If you know you are finding it difficult to progress in life, just listen to me. You must have something doing. Yes. If you don't have anything doing, that progress is far. You must have something doing before we talk of getting something out of what you are doing. So whenever we talk about progress, we are not talking about people who stay at home doing nothing. A lot of us are like that. We don't want to do anything, but we want magic to happen for us. Life is not that way. So if you are doing something, but you are still not making it, I gave us a teaching some time ago about using egg for cleansing. Using egg for cleansing. It's either you get a local egg or you get the normal egg that you always see at the supermarket and at the market. Get a local egg or get an ordinary egg. And for this spiritual exercise, this is something that you can do for once in a week, and you are supposed to do it for 4 times in a month. That is once in a week, 4 times in a month. That is what you are supposed to do. Now, the egg is all about you getting the egg and you praying over the egg, mentioning your problem, your situation, what you are passing through, your inability to be successful in life, your inability to move ahead, to progress, or maybe you are this type that you are finding it difficult to be happy in life. A lot of us have this problem. Yes, they can be wealthy. They can have more than enough money in their bank account, but they are still not happy. They are always sad. They are always depressed despite their wealth. If you are behaving like this, please, I want you to practice this spiritual exercise using egg. Get either the local egg or the normal egg, and you pray with that egg. Voice out what that problem is. Voice it out as you are praying. And after your prayers, remember, this is what you are supposed to be doing in the morning, not at night. For any spiritual cleansing you are supposed to do with egg, it has to be in the morning, not at night. So when you are going to do it in the morning, I prefer you do it inside your bedroom or inside your bathroom, at least so that you can lock up the door, because you are going to pull off everything that you have, everything you are putting on. You are going to stand naked while you are doing this spiritual exercise. So when you pray over that egg and voice out your problem, what you are passing through, and then you will have to command the egg. Remember, I always tell us this, that whenever you are using anything created by God in order to perform any spiritual exercise, you are not supposed to beg that thing. You will have to command that thing. So this time around, you are going to use commanding words on that egg. You will command the egg to absorb every negative energy within you, around you, because that is the work of that egg. Egg signifies life. It signifies a new beginning. It signifies hope. So when you are praying with that egg, you command the egg that as you are rubbing the egg all over your body, let that egg absorb every negative energy in you, around you, within you. And while you are saying this prayer, you will start from your head and start rubbing that egg all over your body, down to your stomach, to your hands, to your legs, to the soles of your feet. You will continue this prayer. And after that prayer, what you are supposed to do is you will have to swing that egg around your head 3 times, anti-clockwise. When we talk about anti-clockwise, we mean you starting from your left hand side, taking your hands back to your back, and then bringing it forward to the right hand side. That is anti-clockwise. So you are going to swing that egg 3 times over your head. And I'm going to tell you how to discard this egg. You are going to discard this egg as you are leaving the house. Assuming you are a worker or you are a trader, this is what you are supposed to do before you leave the house. Now, after praying over the egg, rubbing it all over your body and swinging it around your head 3 times, you are going to take that egg with you. And I want you to go to any road at all. It mustn't be a crossroad. Any road at all that you know that you will never pass that road, at least for 3 days. Assuming you always go out through the left side of the road, then I want you to take that egg to the right side of the road. Because when you get to the right side of the road, with your left hand, you make your final declaration of what you want the egg to do for you. And after that final declaration, you smash that egg. Make sure that the yolk doesn't touch your body. Smash the egg on that road and then turn back and move towards the left hand side, since you are going towards that left hand side. And make sure you do not cross that right hand side, at least for 3 days. Don't pass through that road. So wherever you are going to break this egg, you make sure you don't cross that road for at least 3 days. Now, after your prayers, you are going to read these Psalms, Psalm 42 and Psalm 121. These Psalms are talking about someone who is looking up to God for help. All your hope, all your trust are in God. You are waiting on Him to answer you, to help you, to lift you up from the pit. This is what Psalm 42 and Psalm 121 are talking about. Now, these Psalms, you are supposed to read these Psalms for 7 days. If you are doing the spiritual exercise with the egg, you are supposed to do that egg in every week. It has to be a day. So assuming you did that spiritual exercise on a Sunday, you are going to say these Psalms on that same day, and then you continue with that Psalm for the rest of the 7 days. This is what you are supposed to do, and I bet you will still come back to testify. That is, if you actually want to testify, because a lot of us swallow testimonies. A lot of us, when the Lord does something good for you, you swallow it, you hide it. You don't want to accept that God has done it for you. Maybe because you don't want any other person to know. But that is too bad. When God does something for you, open up and testify. Your testimonies will attract more blessings for you, will open more doors for you. So don't swallow this testimony, because I know that you are going to testify. I am very sure about it. Now, another teaching I want to give us is you removing the spirit, or removing the garment of poverty, removing the garment of hardship, removing the garment of bad luck. So many of us spiritually are putting on these garments of hardship and of bad luck. So many of us. But physically you look good, you dressed well. But when someone with spiritual eyes sees you, all they are seeing is someone dressed in rags. That is wearing this garment of hardship, of bad luck, of being you are not making any headway at all. You are not moving forward at all. So we are going to talk about removing this garment of hardship and the garment of poverty and the garment of bad luck. And when we talk about this, please, I will want you to get your old clothes. I want you to get your old clothes, a cloth that you know that you have been wearing, and maybe you are now tired of wearing that clothes. You don't want it anymore, but you haven't given out that clothes. I want you to get that cloth, because you are going to use that cloth to pray. And this your prayer, this particular spiritual exercise, has to be at midnight, and it's something that you have to do for 7 nights. You are going to do this particular spiritual exercise using your old clothes for 7 midnights. For that 7 midnights, whenever you want to pray, when it's time for you to pray, I will want you to light a candle. Just light a candle. And then you put on that old clothes. Remove whatever you have and put on that old clothes that you don't like anymore, that you no longer wear. A cloth that is so old that you can't even wear it at all, put on that clothes, and then you start your prayers. When you are praying, make sure you read these two Psalms again, Psalm 42 and Psalm 121. You are going to read these Psalms for that 7 nights that you are going to do this spiritual exercise. So for every night that you want to pray with that cloth, you put on that old clothes and then start your prayers. Whatever you are passing through, mention it, voice it out, and pray with Psalm 42 and Psalm 121. And whenever you are praying, you ask God to remove every blockages on your way of progress, whether they are spiritual or they are physical, that God should remove all of them. You know what you are passing through, so you are supposed to know how to pray. After your prayers, I want you to pull off that clothes, remove it, fold it, and keep it somewhere that nobody will ever touch it. Please, we have to be very careful when we are performing this particular spiritual exercise. If you are a parent and you know you are living with your spouse and you are living with your children, when you are performing this spiritual exercise, you have to be very careful. After pulling off that clothes, keep it somewhere. Wherever you are going to keep this clothes, it's not supposed to touch your other clothes, the clothes that you are still wearing. It is not supposed to come in contact with any of the clothes that you are still wearing. So you have to keep it somewhere else where nobody will touch it. Whether your spouse or your children, they are not supposed to touch it. If it means tying it in a polythene bag, please tie it in a polythene bag and keep it somewhere else. And on the following day at midnight, you are still going to repeat this same process again. When you are about to pray, bring out that same cloth, put it on again. Read the Psalms 42 and 121. Say your prayers. You will continue this process for the 7 nights. And after the 7th night, on the 7th day by midnight, after your prayers, you are going to remove that cloth and tie it in a polythene bag. And then by morning, you are supposed to bring out this cloth. Pray over it for the last time and burn that cloth. As you are burning the cloth, you start making your declarations. You know what you are supposed to say. I'm not in your shoes. I don't know what you are passing through, but you know yourself. You know what you're passing through. So as you are burning that cloth, you start making your declaration that you are burning whatever that has been, preventing you from moving ahead, from progressing, that you are burning all of them. And after that cloth must have burnt, you are going to collect the ashes of that cloth. You are going to collect all of them, tie them in a bag, and you are going to take them away from your house. When you get to wherever you want to discard it, you blow the ashes into the air. Blow it into the air and declare for the last time that you are free from every satanic bondage. This is what you can do to remove that garment of poverty, preventing you from moving ahead in life despite your hard work, despite whatsoever you are doing to make ends meet, but you are still not progressing. This is how you can remove that garment of poverty, the garment of hardship, the garment of blockages in your life. Now I'm going to teach us the third one also. The third one is like setting yourself free from all these things that I just mentioned. Setting yourself free. And this time around, I want you to get a black wool. This is what I mean. This is black wool. I want you to get a black wool. You're not going to make use of all of them. You are just going to get out a little strand of it. Get a black wool. If you can't find a black wool, please, you get a black thread. This is what I mean by black thread. This is thread. It's either you get a black wool or a black thread. Please, black in color. Black in color. I know why I'm repeating this, because I know some people will ask me if they can use brown, or if they can use red, or if they can use any other color. Please don't use any other color. You are going to make use of black wool or black thread. Now when you get these two, either of these items, you have to get either of them, either the wool or the thread. Like right here, I have the wool. I already cut out some strands. You are going to cut out enough that can pass through your body. Enough of this wool that can pass through your body, that you can, wear like this and it will pass through your body. When you get this strand, make sure you tie it at the edges to form a circle. You tie it at the edges to form a circle. And this spiritual exercise, this particular one using the wool or the thread, you are supposed to do this again for 7 days. But this time around, it's not going to be a midnight. It's not going to be at midnight. You can do this in the morning or at night, but not midnight. If you want midnight, no problem. There is nothing wrong with midnight, but it's not specific, okay? So you can do it either in the morning or at night. And before you do it, of course, you will have to start your prayers. You pray and you talk to God and you tell God what you are passing through. And you use the same Psalms, the Psalm 42 and the Psalm 121. And after your prayers, this is what you are going to do. I want you to watch me closely. Watch me closely. When you are praying, you are going to read your Psalms first of all in this particular spiritual exercise. You are going to read your Psalms first of all. After the Psalms, and then you go into prayers. As you are praying, I want you to get the rope that you have tied to form a circle. And then you put it in your hand like this. Put the other one inside and try to wear it like you are wearing your clothes. And as you are wearing it, I hope you are seeing me clearly. As you are wearing it, you start declaring what you want. That you are removing whatever the enemy must have done to you, no matter what it is. As you are praying, don't be so much in a haste to pull it off. You can be taking it slowly so that you make sure that you mention whatever you want to mention while you are praying. That you are removing every blockages in your life, every hindrance in your life, everything that is causing your bad luck, that is causing hardship for you. As you are praying, you'll be bringing the rope down. It will continue to go down while you are praying until it gets to your feet. Now, when it gets to your feet, please, I want you to drop it. Just leave it, because you are still going to stand in the circle of that rope. The moment you drop the rope will still be on the floor while you stand inside the circle. Now, this is what you are supposed to do. When you are still standing inside the circle while the rope has already dropped, you are going to jump out, but you are going to jump forward. Please, don't jump backwards. Don't jump to the side. Jump forward. As you jump forward, I want you to turn. Use your left hand and collect that rope. Use your left hand and collect the rope. When you collect that rope, put it inside a white paper and tie it. Put the rope inside the white paper and tie it. Take it outside and burn it. When you are burning it, start declaring what you want. You are going to do this for 7 days, either for in the morning or at night, but it's going to be for 7 days. So as you are after burning that the rope together with the paper that you tied it, as for the ashes, you are going to blow the ashes into the air and make your final declaration. Remember, this is what you are supposed to do for 7 days, either for 7 mornings or for 7 nights. It's not a must that it's going to be midnight. If you want it to be midnight, no problem. But you will do this either for 7 mornings or for 7 nights. Okay? You do it and you watch and see how your life will be. These 3 teachings that I gave us, I know how they work. I know how they work. And they work like wildfire. But remember, I don't believe in idleness. I don't believe in someone not doing anything, and then you'll be hoping on hope, hoping for a miracle to occur. And some of us, when that miracle occurs, we still don't want it because we don't want to be active in life. We want to just remain at a place. We want to be stagnant, and at that position where we are, we still get whatever we want. Life doesn't work that way. You have to get up. You have to get out. You have to go and look for something, and then you'll be able to get that which you are looking for. So for people who do not want to do anything, who depend on people so that everybody will keep on providing for them, please, I don't think this teaching is for you. I don't think it's for you. This teaching is mainly for those who are actually working hard. It doesn't matter what you are doing, as long as you are doing something legitimate. It doesn't matter. But no matter what you do, you are still not progressing. You are not moving forward in life. This teaching is for you, not for those who are doing nothing. If you are a student, I'm sorry, maybe you feel like if you do this thing, you pass your exam. No, I don't believe in that. What I believe in is in you reading your books and you praying. That's all I believe in. Not performing this spiritual exercise so that you pass your exam. So students, this teaching is not for you. I'm talking to the workers, the traders, those who are into business, the contractors. These are the people that I'm talking to. Those who do not have any ancestral cause, those who do not have any witches and wizards following them, but they are finding it difficult to progress in life, that no matter what they do in life to progress, they are still not progressing. They are the ones that I'm talking to tonight. These 3 teachings I gave out are for you people. So if you are just joining us right now, I will have to ask you to hold on. After this teaching, I will download the live stream and post it so that you watch and know what to do. So if you have any question to ask, please go ahead and ask. And don't forget to like this live stream, please. Liking doesn't take you, it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't take away anything from you. It is just your finger, just a little tap, double tapping your screen to like the live stream. It won't take away anything from you. Double tap to like, and please help me share it. Help me share it. So many people are complaining that they don't get notification. Maybe by sharing, these people will be able to know that I am now live, okay? Help me share this live stream, please. That's the much you can do for me. Help me share the live stream, okay? So if you have any question to ask, please go ahead and ask. If there is anything you do not understand in any of these teachings, in any of these 3 teachings, if there is anything that you do not understand, ask me question now. Now that I am live, ask me question now. I prefer answering questions live than going into my inbox to answer private questions. I find it difficult doing that one. Ask me questions now that you are live. Because if I post this video, I make sure that I said everything, at least to the hearing of everybody, and in a language that you will understand clearly. So when you watch this live stream, you won't have any reason to ask me questions. I mentioned everything. I mentioned everything. If you have any question to ask, you go ahead and ask. Whereby you don't have any question, you let me know so that I will know when I'm ending the live stream. Write down your questions. It doesn't mean that your question must come from this live teaching. If there is any other question you want to ask based on spiritual issues, go ahead and ask. Write down your questions. Write down your questions. Whatever you have in mind to ask, write it down. Some of us have so many questions in our hearts, but our problem is how to voice it out. You say, a lot of people have asked me this question, and for you to be dreaming or to remember your dreams, since you no longer dream anymore like you said, you are still dreaming, but the issue is that you no longer remember your dreams. It's not possible that somebody doesn't dream anymore. You no longer remember your dreams. That's the issue. And all you need to do is to pray. You have to be prayerful. Prayer is the only way. The prayer is the only solution. You have to be very prayerful. Assuming you are dreaming, but you don't understand, like when you wake up in the dream, you can't really explain everything you see in the dream. Your dream doesn't appear clear, but you know that you saw something in the dream, but it didn't appear clear. Then I will ask you to make use of bitter kola. Pray over the bitter kola and command that bitter kola at night. After praying, you put that bitter kola under your pillow and go to bed. The bitter kola will help you to see clearly in your dreams. You are going to see everything clear. They are not going to be blurry anymore. But whereby you don't remember your dreams at all, I want you to be prayerful. All these things are as a result of a lot of people no longer praying. Some of us do not pray. Instead of praying, some people will just do the sign of the cross and believe that the sign of the cross is the prayer. It's not the prayer. If you jam a demon and you do the sign of the cross thinking that the demon will run away, the demon will fight you and will hurt you. because doing that sign doesn't prevent the demon from hurting you. What prevents the demon from hurting you is your spoken words, using the word of God, calling on the name of the Lord God Almighty. That is what will prevent that demon from hurting you, not you doing that sign of the cross. So the same thing is applicable to dreams. If you no longer dream, you will have to be very prayerful in life so that you remember your dreams. Being prayerful, that is the reason why I mentioned the sign of cross. Doing it is not a sign that you are praying. You are not actually praying. That is a lazy man's way of prayer. So please, since you said you don't dream anymore, you are dreaming but you don't remember your dreams, okay? So what you have to do is you have to be prayerful. It's not all about praying for 1 hour or 2 hours, no. 10 minutes prayer can be more effective than 1 hour prayer. You pray with your heart, concentrate when you are praying, and then you are going to see how it's going to turn out to be for you. You will start remembering your dreams and seeing your dreams clearly. So if you have any other question, any other person with questions, write down your questions. Write down your questions. You don't have to feel shy if you are passing through any spiritual issue and you think everybody here notices. Nobody cares. Nobody sees you. Even if they go through your profile, they still do not care. Your problem is nobody's problem. So it's left for you now to voice out and know how to solve your problem. When you'll be enjoying, nobody's going to enjoy with you except your family. When you are crying, nobody's going to cry with you except your family. So say your problems. You don't have to be shy because you are in a public. Nobody cares actually. Nobody cares. Whatever that happens to anybody, life still moves on. We go ahead. That is life for you. So you don't have to be shy. Write down your questions on spiritual issues. On spiritual issues. That is what this page is all about. We discuss nothing else but spiritual issues. Write down your question if you have any question. But if you don't have any question, then there's no problem. It's all right. But if you have any spiritual issue or something is happening to you spiritually and you don't understand it, please write it down. Because you may think you are the only one passing through that thing. But when you write it down, you will notice that a lot of people in their hidden places are passing through the same thing. So write down your questions. I'm not going to stay long tonight because the teaching I have for us is something that is so easy to understand. You say, there are so many types of cleansing, that one needs to be, practicing. The cleansing using salt is actually for someone who doesn't actually have any spiritual problem. Using salt to cleanse your body, that is adding salt into your bathing water for cleansing, is actually for those who do not have spiritual issues, but they just want to attract positive energy. Then you can add salt into your bathing water. You can do this either for 3 days or for 7 days or for 14 days, depending on the number of days you want. Now, if you are having a spiritual problem and you want to perform a spiritual cleansing, you use egg. Egg is very powerful. This fragile egg that you know is very powerful when it comes to spiritual issues. So if you have a spiritual problem and you want to perform a spiritual cleansing in order to at least create an open door for you, you do that using egg. Using egg. Then there's another spiritual cleansing that one can be doing like 7 days in a month. You keep on doing this 7 days in a month. Yes, it's mainly to attract positive energy, to attract good luck, to make your body appear and attract good luck. That whenever people see you, they will want you, they will value you, they will be able to help you. Okay? Now, this spiritual cleansing is you making use of sea salt and St. Michael's perfume. It's either you use both of them together or you use them, any of them. You can use sea salt alone or you can use St. Michael's perfume alone. But I prefer combining both of them together. And I do this always in the morning. I do it the first week of every month. Whenever we get into any month, that's the cleansing I always do, using the sea salt and the St. Michael's perfume. I add both of them into my bathing water, and then I pray over the water and I bathe with it. But if you are a woman who is menstruating, you are not supposed to perform any spiritual cleansing. You will have to wait until that menstrual flow is completely over before you practice it. As for men, there is no hindrance, there is no rules and regulations for them. Just go ahead and do it. Uzosel, if your family is divided, everybody fighting each other, most of the times, this is what we normally face in every home. When the parents are there, all these things will not rise up because everybody will still have that fear of them. The fear and the respect we have for our parents will make us to be united. But the moment the parents are gone, that is when everybody will rise, because this time around, everybody is now an individual person, is now a different community, a different nation. That is when we'll start seeing reasons why we are not supposed to be together. Sometimes it is normal, sometimes it is not. Most of the times, it is the enemy that plants the seed of discord in families. So, Uzosel, what I will advise you to do is first to be lifting your family up in prayer, because it's not something you can do by force. As long as everybody is an adult in that family, you can't force anybody to be in good terms with the other person. If they don't want to be in good terms with each other, you cannot force them. What you can do is to be lifting them up in prayer. And if it's possible for you to be talking to them one-on-one, you go ahead and do it. But it's not as easy as that. So the best way is to be lifting them up in prayer. It is only prayer. It is only prayer that can bring everybody together again. It is only prayer. Whereby there is a seed of discord being sown into the family by the enemy. When you people are prayerful, if everybody agrees, if the whole family agrees to go into prayer, God will reveal the exact problem to you people. He will reveal it. Assuming it's somebody that sowed that seed of discord, so that the enemy can now come in and possess you people's possession. God will reveal it. And the only way to fight is that you people will still become united. That's the only way to fight that. When you are united, the enemy will no longer achieve whatever he or she wants to achieve. So you can't do it by force. You can't force any adult to be in good terms with the next person. It's all about talking to them from time to time and lifting them up in prayer. I don't sell these particular spiritual products. You say I don't sell it. This St. Michael's perfume, I don't sell it. I don't know where you are staying, but I buy mine from Enugu State. That is where I buy mine. They sell the original there. I don't know about other states. I don't know where they're selling it, but I always buy mine from Enugu State. So maybe if you have anybody that stays in that state, you can talk to them and let them help you and buy it. So please, if you have any other question, anybody else with any other question, ask your questions, please. Sauce, thank you so much for the gift. God bless you. Okay, you are in UK. Oh, I don't sell it. Also sell, yes, even in Enugu, you buy it from Catholic bookshops. You can buy it from any spiritual shops. The Catholic Church doesn't sell the fake one. They don't sell the fake one. But you can get the fake one at the market. But that is why I prefer it's either you buy it inside the church or you buy it from a spiritual shop, because those selling spiritual items doesn't sell fake items. They don't. So when you are buying such things, please be careful. We have so many fake products. I'm still waiting for your questions. I'm still waiting for your questions. Go ahead and ask. Ask your questions. Write it down. If you are confused anywhere about spiritual issues, write down your questions. If you are confused, write down your questions. I'm still waiting for your questions. I have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. And after 4 minutes, I will end the live stream. So write down your questions. Let's treat this issue. Let's treat some of these spiritual issues. Let's treat them. Yeah, somebody asked me this same particular question. If you don't remember your dreams, number one, you change your prayer pattern. Become prayerful. Become prayerful. That's the number one way. Become prayerful. You have to be very prayerful. There's no two ways about it. For you to remember your dreams, you have to be very prayerful. Then secondly, if you know you dream and when you wake up, you remember your dream, but the dream is not all that clear, make use of bitter kola. Whenever you want to sleep, put bitter kola under your pillow, pray over it, and then you go to bed. When you dream, your dreams will appear clear. You'll be able to understand everything that you have seen in your dreams. Bring up your questions. Bring up your questions. Bring up your questions if you have any. If you have any questions, bring it up. How can I find interpretation of dream? How can I find the interpretation of dream of my dream? How can I find the interpretation of my dream? What dream did you have? What did you see in your dream? Sussman, what did you see in your dream? Write it down. What did you see in your dream? Write it down. Sussman, write down what you saw in your dream. Let's look into it. Write down what you saw in your dream. I'm waiting. Please double tap to like this live, please. Mimi baby, welcome. Thank you for joining. Double tap to like this live stream, please. Thank you for liking. Double tap to like. Double tap to like. Ray Obiajulu, seeing a fish in your dream, it doesn't signify prosperity. I always tell people that. It doesn't signify wealth, doesn't signify prosperity. It's a marine issue. When you see a fish in your dream, it's a marine issue. You are having a marine issue, but you may not know. If you are single and you are having a marine issue, they will not attack you. See, they don't attack the single boys and the single girls. Yes, because as at that time, you don't have anything to offer. If you're a single guy or a single girl who has a marine issue, you don't have anything yet to offer. So most of the time, they will not attack you. That is why so many of them progress in life as a single boy or a single girl. No matter what they do, they become successful. But the moment you get married, that is the beginning of your mistake. If you do not solve that spiritual problem as a single boy or as a single girl, and then you get married, that is the beginning of your problem. That is when these marine spirits will rise up to torment you. Because as a single guy, as a single girl, you are just like one of them. You belong to them. And so that is why they will allow you and give you the chance for you to progress in life. But the moment you get married, it's as good as you giving yourself to somebody else to take charge, to take control, and it angers them. And it's not supposed to be so. That is according to them. And that is when they will fight you. They can crash your marriage. They can crash your marriage because they will never allow you to attract the opposite sex who is pure, who is spiritually pure. No, they will always push you towards that opposite sex who has the same issue with you, so that they will punish you. So the best thing for single guys and for single girls who have marine issues is to solve that problem while you are still single, before you get married. So for somebody, seeing fish in a dream is all about marine. I saw my friend who was married, that he was remarrying again, and during his wedding I was given 6. Is it given number 6 or given something 6? I want to know. Is it giving you number 6 or giving you something that is up to 6 in number? I want to know. I want to know. Whenever you find yourself in any gathering in the dream signifies a lot. It can be the gathering of the enemy, it can be the gathering of the children of God. For your friend who is married to be remarrying in the dream is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. It doesn't mean that it is that person that you saw in the dream. It can be someone very close to you. That person's marriage is about to crash. That person's marriage is about to crash. It doesn't mean that it is the person that you saw in the dream. And then I want to know, they gave you 6. What, that 6, is it number 6? Or that they gave you something that is 6 in number? If it's a number that they gave you, please, it is not good at all. It is not good. Taking numbers in the dream means a lot. Taking numbers in the dream, it means a lot. And it doesn't spell good all the time. It doesn't spell good all the time. So I want to know, is it that they gave you number 6? Or that they gave you something that is up to 6 in number? Mademoiselle, I dream of walking without shoes. I was going to borrow strangers' shoes. Mademoiselle, you will have to pray very well. You will have to pray very well, so that the hands of the enemy will not reduce you to nothing. You will have to pray very well. Pray that you will not return back to square zero in your life. Pray very well. Pray against the spirit of backwardness. Against the spirit of backwardness. And against the spirit of demise. I don't know how to put it. Of untimely death. Let me use the right word. Pray very well. Your shoe in the dream signifies life. Your shoe in the dream signifies life. Your shoe missing in the dream is not a good sign. You going to borrow someone else's shoe. No, that is the spirit of backwardness that we are talking about. Okay, so you have to pray. Okay, Sussman, I want to understand now. Did they give you the keys to the cars? Let me understand. They gave you 6 cars. That is 3 Mercedes-Benz and 3 other brands. Did they give you the keys to the cars? Did they give you? If they have given you the keys to the cars, they have actually given you the authority. It doesn't mean that you are getting a car key. No. Whenever you have the key to anything, key to a door, key to a car, key to a shop, you have been given the authority to unlock. You have been given the authority to unlock. your way of progress, your way of good life. Doesn't necessarily mean that they have actually given you a car key. In reality, it can even be a car key if God approves of it. But receiving key in the dream is authority to unlock. But for you, seeing your friend who is married and remarrying, it may not be that friend in reality. It may be someone else very close to you who is having a marital issue right now, but you may not know. So they all need to pray. Pray, Obiajulu, thank you. All right, I've explained it to you now. You were given 6 car keys. 6 car keys. Receiving the 6 car keys in the dream is receiving the authority to unlock your good life, the way to your good life, your goodness. That is receiving authority. When you receive the key to anything at all, be it the key to any door, the key to wherever, you have actually received authority. But when you are looking for your key in the dream, you've actually lost your position. Wherever you find yourself, you've actually lost your position. Gary Jones, you dream your niece said there's a man on your head, and told your 2 friends to feel on your head. That's feel your head. Your niece said that there's a man on your head. There is a man on your head can mean 2 things. A man on your head means 2 things. It's either that your guardian angel is active in your life, or there is the spirit that blocks your way of progress, which is active in your life. It means 2 things. Now, whenever we dream, I always ask people, it's not just all about dream. Tell me the scenario of the dream. Tell me, how does the scenario look like? It's not just all about that. What was happening there? Where did you find yourself? And that is how I can explain your dream to you. You seeing a man on your head, or your niece telling them that there is a man on your head, signifies 2 things. It's either your guardian angel is very active, or the demon, or there is a demon in your life that is very active. These are the 2 things. Now, the scenario of the dream will tell us which is the being. Which being did your niece see? Okay? So when you are praying, I will want you to ask God to reveal to you who that man is. Ask God to reveal to you who that man is. I bet you God will reveal it to you. He will reveal it. Ask him to reveal who that man is, all right? Whenever you don't understand your dream, and maybe it looks scary to you or whatsoever, you pray immediately. Gary Jones, I don't understand your dream. Your neighbor threw a dog through your closed window. I don't understand it. Please rephrase that question. Let me understand what you are writing. Josephine, how can you attract your siblings' eyes back to your mother? That is, your sibling do not take care of your mom. Is that what you're meaning? Is that what you mean? They don't take care of your mom. They don't care about her. There are 2 things to this, Josephine. It's not all about attracting their eyes to her. It's not all about bringing them back. There are 2 things to this. You will have to actually hear from your mom and hear from your siblings their reason for behaving that way. And equally hear from your mom if she has anything to tell you. If there is anything she has been keeping to herself, let her tell you. And if your mom tells you the story and there is nothing tangible as to the reason why your siblings are keeping away from your mom, then somebody is behind it. Somebody is actually taking your mom's glory. Somebody is actually taking your mom's position in their life. They are now seeing somebody else as their mom. Somebody is actually behind it. So, first of all, I want you to ask questions. Ask your siblings what your mom has done. Ask your mom. I know parents sometimes do not want to talk. There will always be, whenever you ask them such questions, they get angry. But even if she gets angry, you don't look at that her face. Ask her, let her tell you the truth. If there is anything that transpired behind you that you do not know, let her tell you. If she tells you that nothing actually happened, that they just all of a sudden decided to stay away from her, then somebody is taking up her position. And it can only be done through diabolical powers. Through diabolical powers. Then you will have to find out. Because all these people that will take up that position, they don't hide themselves. There are times when siblings will prefer their uncles and their aunts to their parents. It's not supposed to be normal at all. No matter what your parents had done, you using your uncle or your aunt as your parents is not right. So when it gets to that stage, I will advise you to go into serious prayers. Go into serious prayers before we talk about any spiritual exercise. But first of all, make them talk. And thank you so much. Okay, Josephine, you said that the pastor said that someone is behind it. So who is that person? I don't like pointing accusing fingers at people. I don't like it. They should be able to tell you where the person is coming from. Since someone is behind it, they should be able to tell you. It doesn't mean that they can tell the name of the person. No. At least tell you where the person is coming from. From there, you now go into prayers to know how to handle the person. Because this problem is something that you must solve. Otherwise, you can't just perform any spiritual exercise to bring your siblings to get them attracted to your mother again. No, you must break that curse. That person actually removed your siblings' eyes from your mother. That person bought your siblings, he won your siblings over. The person is taking the position of your mother in your siblings' heart now. So that curse needs to be broken. Okay? So you have to find the person, first of all. If the pastor can tell you where that person is coming from, not telling you the name, whether the person is coming from your mother's side or your father's side, let the pastor tell you where that person is coming from. From there, we will know how to handle the person. They don't know what they are doing, Josephine. They don't know what they are doing. They keep on giving you excuses. That's how it works. They will keep on giving you excuses, but they will never get close to your mother. They will never. And even if anything happens to your mother now, it will not pain them, because they are not actually doing it with their clear mind and clear hearts. No. They are under a spell, a very serious spell. So that spell must be broken. Ray Obiajulu, yes, when you see coconut in the dream, it's a very good dream. Coconut signifies abundance. It signifies prosperity. A good coconut. But when you see a decayed coconut in the dream, it actually means something that will cause your finances to drop down, to go down. But when you see a good coconut, it means prosperity, it means abundance. Josephine, you are welcome. So do we still have questions left? Do we still have questions left? Thank you, Ray. You are welcome. Ask your questions, please. Ask your questions. Okay, in the absence of any other question, I will have to end this live stream. So I believe those who joined us earlier, you heard my teaching for tonight. You heard everything. And as for those who joined us late, I'm going to download this live stream and then I will post the video so that you watch and learn on what to do. Mainly for those who do not have any ancestral causes following them, and for those who do not have any witches and wizards in their life, but you are still finding it difficult to progress in life. This teaching tonight is for you people. So when I download it and post it, you watch the video, and then you practice it and see how it works. So I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I want to thank those of us who shared this live stream. God bless you. And for those who liked it, God bless you abundantly. And for Source, my gifter, God bless you so much. I want to thank you all, and I'm going to see us again tomorrow night. I'm going to come up live tomorrow night. And until that time, it's good night and God bless.